राम राम बरदा राम राम यार अपने जग ही रहते तो डिस्कॉर्ड पे दिख जाता है मैं तो
Welcome everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does not know how to handle them properly. Now, it seems many of you are out of practice. Let's take some time to review the basics of how to care for a beast, shall we? Miss Sweeting, would you please assist our new student with the lesson today?
Yes, Professor Howen. Hello, I'm Poppy Sweeting. Don't worry about Professor Howen's speech. She over-exaggerates sometimes.
अकेला ही खेल रहा था क्या रे?
All the beasts in class are perfectly safe. Oh!
Miss Sweeting, pay attention, please. The tongue of a puffskein can be a slippery devil.
Yes, Professor. Here, you can practice on Gerald. Just keep an eye out for his tongue. You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts.
Beast petting brush
like
is
to
used
think it
to nurture
enriches his
magical beast.
experience.
Tap this and assign beast to your spell set. अच्छा ब्रश भी लगाना पड़ेगा. इतना लाड तो नहीं है पर चलो लगा देते हैं.
That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed?
ले भाई ठूस.
What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition and cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Neasels in the farthest pen?
This way. The Neasels are over here.
Oh, couple of Neasel whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeyjigs. Stupid thing.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
बड़ा लग तो स्टट रहे भाई सब पीछे खड़े हुए. लेवल है तीनों मायने का.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on.
इधर अंदर हूँ क्या मैं? तेरे को भी चाहिए? ले भाई तू भी ऐश कर.
The Neasels really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
आ रहा हूँ एक मिनट. रोटी डाल दूँ बिल्ली को. हाँ अब बोलो.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with magically imbued materials, if cared for correctly, which does not include torturing them for whiskers. Well done, by the way. Probably best to let me handle it next time.
Yes, Professor.
They're nearly as bad as the Savagers in Rookwood's poacher pack. Sadly, we're the ones who suffer, stumbling over dead beasts. Terrible waste of resources.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by someone. The Ministry, perhaps.
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more immediate matters that we can control? Professor Weasley has asked that I prepare some assignments designed to help you catch up to the other 5th years. Be on the lookout for my owl. Meanwhile, I also encourage you to study as many beasts as you can on your own time.
Psst, psst. Over here.
Did you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least that's what we decided it meant.
दीनू माइनी थोड़ी थोड़ी
I couldn't
मॉर्फियस
stand
लगने
there
लग
and
गई है
watch them
मैट्रिक्स
harm
वाली.
the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
Should I be worried? Sounds like it's चलो.
You've intrigued me. Very well. Lead the way.
I'd hoped I would.
चलो भाई दौड़ो.
I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise.
मक्खन मत लगा, दौड़ तेजी से. झाड़ू है क्या इसमें? तो झाड़ू अवेलेबल ही नहीं है. बहुत
Quite the
बढ़िया.
weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you.
अरे यार ये मैं कलेक्ट नहीं कर सकता हूँ बिना इसके. चलो कोई बात नहीं. चल दौड़.
Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it. I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't believe you introduced me to her.
I suspected you two might get along.
Are you the reason students have been seeing hippogriffs flying above the Forbidden Forest?
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, they'll always be there for you? I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing cross paths?
It's a longer story, but I rescued her from poachers a few years back. Got her to safety and, well, she was fine until recently. You may have noticed that poachers are something of a problem in the area, so I worry they could get her again. And that I might not be there next time.
Professor Howard mentioned the poachers as well. She seemed to imply that we couldn't rely on the Ministry to help.
I don't often agree with Professor Howin, but on that, I fear she's right. The poachers' influence is growing. I see them every day in the village, lingering, talking to people. They're up to something. I'm just not sure what.
That does seem strange. Sounds as if they're planning something.
Exactly. I think I'm going to look into it. Find out what's going on, what they're doing.
Would be good to investigate. I wouldn't. Poachers are dangerous. Are घंटे dangerous.
I think that's a fine idea. Information is power.
And the more I know, the better I can keep Highwing safe.
You seem undeterred. Will you let me know what you find out?
Oh, very well. I will. I should be going, but we'll speak again soon, I hope.
अच्छा अभी 20 उड़ाने का ऑप्शन नहीं है अपने पास का मतलब और भी मिशन है आगे चलो कोई नहीं नेक्स्ट असाइनमेंट पे चलते हैं किधर जाना है
Revelio.
और भी कुछ था यहाँ पे भैया There you are.
Lumos.
ये जगह तो देखी देखी सी लग रही है तो पहाड़ ही था
Revelio.
There you are. आ जाओ. ये क्या चीज है?
Revelio.
दूसरा रोल कहाँ है इसका?
Revelio.
Seriously one. Should be somewhere here यार.
Revelio.
अरे ये तो ठीक है.
Revelio.
इसका दूसरा घुमाने वाला कहाँ है? एक ही रहा. Where's the other one? यहाँ तो कहीं नहीं दिख रहा मुझे. आग वाग लगाऊं क्या इसमें? इसमें आग नहीं लगती है, खाली इसमें आग लगती है. ऐसा थोड़ी होगा.
Revelio.
कहीं तो है इसका रोलर. इसके अंदर ही होना चाहिए और ये खुल रहा होगा इससे। कोई बात नहीं, मैं को नीचे आग लगा के आता हूँ। इस पे भी आग नहीं लग रही। अच्छा यहाँ है ये नेता। अरे भाई साहब, शुड वर्क नाउ। हाँ बना, अब आप बोलो क्या काम है आपको?
Hello again, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I was hoping to see you again, my young friend. Gladwin Moon, Hogwarts caretaker, at your service. First, please allow me to apologize if I seemed a bit unsteady when we last met. I'm afraid I had a rather disconcerting encounter. Although I hear your visit to Hogsmeade was even more eventful than mine.
I suppose you could call it eventful. I certainly wasn't expecting a troll attack.
Oh, of course not. And from what I understand, the village was lucky you were there. In fact, my recent visit to Hogsmeade is the reason I was hoping to bump into you. I could use your help with something. Do you see that curious statue over there? Watch what happens when that light changes from day to night. Now, if you wouldn't mind humouring me for a moment, see if you can remove the moon from the statue. Ooh, odd little contraptions, aren't they? It seems the statue vanishes once the moon is removed, which, incidentally, can only be done at night. Why don't you hold on to that one for now, and I'll explain more as we walk. Ever since that fateful day in the village, those curious statues have begun appearing about the castle. A fair number have been strewn around Hogsmeade. Someone, it seems, is trying to torment me. You see, that day in Hogsmeade, I turned a corner and came face to face with a boggart, or shapeshifter, if you will, which takes the form of whatever scares you most. This one took the form of a demiguise.
Yes! Terrifying creature that can see the future. Wholly unnerving.
I encountered one when I was a lad in Korea. Terrible experience. Those statues are demiguises. The moons, I assume, are an uninspired. Some jackanapes used a boggart to learn my greatest fear and use it against me. I have my suspicion as to the scoundrel or scoundrels responsible. It is my hope that they will slip up and reveal themselves as the statues disappear. That is why I need your help in removing the statues.
Why me?
A couple of reasons, frankly. First, your daring do against those trolls in Hogsmeade has gained you a reputation for fearlessness. Second, as macabre an idiot as a demiguise is, most would find my fear of them unwarranted. You, however, have seen how they affect me. I'm at my wit's end, young friend. I simply can't bring myself to go near them. In fact, I know of 2 statues right here in the faculty tower. Perhaps you could start simply by removing them, so I can go about my evening duties.
I'd be glad to help you, Mr. Moon.
Oh, I knew I could count on you. First, you know how to cast a disillusionment charm, correct? You'll want to do that before wandering the tower at night. Next, you'll notice that the door is locked. However, when you get in, Alahomora, that's how.
But what about curfew?
Curfew? Oh, tosh. I sense you're a bit like me when I was your age. Oh, the school was my oyster. And I took advantage of it. Oh, everyone loved me for it. Oh, those were the days. Now, you'll find one statue in the prefect's bathroom and the other in the hospital wing. Good luck.
Allo हमारा तो सिखा जाने था. अच्छा अच्छा, never mind. लगाओ इसको इधर लगाओ. अलो हमारा किधर है? अलो हमारा किधर है? इक्विप नहीं करनी पड़ती क्या? ये मेरे को दिख नहीं रही. Use the Lomora to open faculty tower.
Alahomora.
Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle, after all.
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape fowl.
This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Not at the moment, no. Plenty of other perils and pitfalls to send them my way, though.
Revelio.
तो बाद में आता हूँ.
This year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
What was what?
Revelio. Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh, goodness! You're as fearless as I'd hoped. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, rancorous carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Oxmead, does it? No. I am determined, with your help, to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar. And I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
You mentioned offering something in exchange for my assistance.
I did. Once you've brought me enough moons, I'll show you even more powerful forms of Alahamora. Not every lock is as easy to pick as the Faculty Towers.
Huh?
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that. Oh, and I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts. She hasn't been herself lately. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her with me. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the blasting curse. It's still one of my favorites.
The path you walk is precarious.
Now that you've attended Beasts class, I've asked Deke to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I've not heard from my Uncle Roland in quite some time. I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
एक साथ मिशन से बाहर आ गई भाई साहब। सेबेस्टियन का मिशन तो करना पड़ेगा क्योंकि डार्क आर्ट वही सिखा रहा है। What's that? Unidentified outfit item. पहले लोअर लेवल है यार, इसको तो क्या लगाऊं? और क्या है? लेवल तो बढ़िया लग सूख ले रहे हैं। अपीयरेंस चेंज करो। अच्छा और भी कुछ था मेरे पास। स्टैट हायर लेवल चलने दो। लेजेंडरी आइटम इवन हायर। यही वाला कर जाता हूँ यार, साइड मिशन बाद में करेंगे। और क्या बचा है? ये क्या है? स्टॉप करो।
Is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along, then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
Merlin's trial.
I know what that means. Merlin trial.
कर ही लेते रुको.
Confringo!
after all, Merlin.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever.
Alohomora. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time. Everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy. Hey. Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
That was a
If you
short
don't
visit.
mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met my first day at Hogwarts. In the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts. But I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home. It's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I can try. Sebastian made up his mind.
I'll do my best. I can promise to speak with him about it.
Thank you. His search for a cure is futile, I'm afraid. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes. Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. I was about to check on Anne. Did I see you come from the house? How is she?
She's all right. She said she was going to rest.
Nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah! You sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance of what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I'll admit I wasn't expecting him to be so angry.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer do you expect to dig this rubble? Sandrock, that's what you. In order to be a part of it.
To the ground. देखें if I have slamming charm. तुम्हारा तो लंका ही लगाई मैंने आज खाओ। यार अभी कर पाएंगे।
You've made your last mistake.
आजा।
You look tired. Bringo. You had a lucky shot. How nice of you. How nice of you so far. I won't rest. For me? I've been fighting since before you were born.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Revelio.
ज़्यादा लूट नहीं देंगे गए, कोई बात नहीं, चलो।
Those loyalists deserve what they get.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone would be hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
Seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was, a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard.
Revelio. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
I've heard goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more.
It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Let me see if we can repair this.
Repair it.
Alright.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. The house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
अच्छा ये तो वो वगैरह था वो लगा रहे.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It all has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a portkey. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Oh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels.
Revelio.
Journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
ये तो लाइट से भागता नहीं है कि मतलब मुझे ध्यान है।
Lumos.
भागता तो है। अच्छा आग लगा दी। Okay. Explore the cellar. I think we need this one.
Revelio.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange.
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We could get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can, but perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. but that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here, in Hogwarts?
You did not. Is it connected to our common room?
No idea. Ominous just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
Deke thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deke loves an outing. That was a dark time in Deke's life. Deke found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the pottle of puffskeins nearby. It would be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right. I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
रेडी है कहाँ जा रहा है? मेरे को ले जाता भाई, नेतागिरी करके आना पड़ेगा।
Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deke's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deke. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deke will not say more. But Deke is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then I shall go and rescue Jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
Revelio. No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
और 2-3 बढ़ने में क्या? चलो बाद में भरेंगे.
I rescued a Jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your Jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deke's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deke was the most fortunate one, as Deke was sent to Hogwarts. Deke's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
I'll look after you. It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
there you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready. Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home. Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deke can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some. I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now. That came out nicely. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you for your help, Deke.
Meet me near the ruins of Falbutton Castle. After dark, do not tell anyone.
Dick thinks you should be proud of all the potions you've brewed.
And your reading is the dragon. That's exciting, I suppose. Perhaps you're due for an adventure.
Ladies.
Professor Shah.
Astronomy is not divination. You won't find the mysteries of the cosmos charted out on your palms or at the bottom of your teacups. Alas, the heavens remain hazy to the starry-eyed. Now, if you were to devote yourselves to persistent and painstaking observation, you just might catch a glimpse. With that in mind, please take your telescopes. Tonight we will be on the observation deck. Still don't have your own? You can't be the new student forever, you know. You can share with Mr. Takar.
Here, I can adjust that for you.
No, bring it into focus on your own. Now, I expect all of you to put in your stargazing hours outside of class. Is that clear?
But, Professor, it's freezing out.
Mere cold didn't stop the great stargazers of the past. Look only to the astronomy tables they erected throughout the Highlands, from which they gazed millennia ago on the very self-same stars above us. Is that clear? Dismissed.
Hello. I don't believe we've met officially. I'm Amit. I'm something of an astronomy buff.
Hello, Amit. It's nice to meet you.
Did I hear Professor Shaw say that you don't have your own telescope? I have a spare one you could borrow for the rest of term.
That's very kind of you, Amit. Are you sure you won't need it?
I'm certain. It's my old one. I finally got my hands on the new Celestia Contemplor. You've heard of it, I assume? I mean, of course you have. It's only the pinnacle of all personal stargazing implements. But my old model's not too shabby either. Goblin-cut glass, first-rate optical enchantments. Hate to think such a fine instrument is just collecting dust.
Well, thank you, Amit.
Think nothing of it. Anyway, the telescope's in the storage room right underneath us. You can't miss it. I have some, reading to finish on the lower deck. Come find me there afterwards, and bring the telescope. There's something I want to talk to you about.
Tried to put off my stargazing as long as I could. A lot of good that did. How am I supposed to find Sirius when my hands are too cold to use a telescope? It's a dog, isn't it?
The constellations are beautiful. Not sure they're worth dying of a cold for.
Not sure what you can learn from these astronomy tables that you can't learn from a cup of tea leaves.
This was his old telescope. Looks practically brand new.
A pristine night for stargazing. Do not let it be wasted.
The perfect night for...
I have the telescope. It's nicer than I had expected.
I would not offer a prospective stargazer a third-rate lunoscope. But there is, something else.
Yes? What is it?
You remember those astronomy tables Shaw was going on about? It just so happens I've been reading up on them a little myself. And it seems there may be one right here at Hogwarts. I believe we could use it to find hidden constellations.
And you need someone to help you find it.
I do. Are you in? No one from the Gobstones Club will go with me. Said they'd rather get spit at by a stone than... Well, they are cowards. Let us get moving while the stars are still out. I'll show you how to use that telescope once we get there. I promise.
All right. I suppose I can go with you. I hope it's worth it.
It will be. Trust me, I have read practically everything there is to read about this. It should be brilliant. Shall we? The table is on a castle wall ahead. Look for a stone platform, something that doesn't quite belong. We'll know it when we see it. Onwards we go. Some say the locations of the tables were originally marked by centaurs for ritual stargazing. It is nice having a fellow stargazer to explore with.
Happy to be here. It is good to leave the classroom now and then.
It's not that creepy out here at night, is it? The Gobstones Club are cowards. Here I am, charging ahead. Why don't you lead the way?
If you're sure.
A little foreboding.
few cobwebs and some dust. Nothing to be concerned about.
Oh, of course. It's just not as tidy as I... More cobwebs. You don't think any spiders might be lurking about?
Oh, no. Not this close to the school, Emmett.
Do the honors. The constellation should appear near the center of your view. As soon as you've lined up the telescope, we will be able to fill out our star chart. I was right about the tables. They really are gateways to the far stars, just as the book said. And your contribution was invaluable. Rest assured, you shall be credited in my memoirs one day.
Thank you, Emmett. I look forward to reading them.
And I look forward to writing them. This is only the beginning. You will find more tables like this one throughout the grounds and forest, all beckoning to be discovered by a worthy astronomer. And if I have ever seen one, it's you. Oh, and about my old telescope, don't bother returning it. You should keep it.
That's quite generous. Thank you.
You are welcome. It has goblin-cut glass and a gobbledygook inscription. I'm practically fluent in gobbledygook, you know. It's all in the throat, really, gobbledygook, you know, and how you pronounce your R's. Anyway, glad our adventure was a success. I will see you soon.
हेलो ये आज कौन सी गुफा में गया हुआ है जो 4 बजे निकल के आ रहा है? आवाज आ रही है मेरी? कह रहा हूँ कहाँ गया हुआ है जो ये 4 बजे अपने लाइव देखने के लिए आ रहे हैं? तो उदयपुर जाके क्या सोना वोना नहीं होता ऐसा? अच्छा अच्छा यूँ। और अपना कब तक का है सीन? मतलब कल रात को रॉक है, वेलो पे रॉक है कल। अच्छा आज ही दिन में आ जाएंगे, चलो बहुत ही बढ़िया। वह दिन में खेले तो याद कर लेना। यार इस पर लाइव करूँगा तो शायद यूट्यूब पे रुक जाएगा। यूट्यूब पे मैंने कर रखा है ना, चैनल सर्च कर। ले 1 मिनट रुक, मेरे को देखने दे कोई मेन क्वेस्ट बचा है क्या। नहीं बचा होगा तो फिर मैं इस पे लाइव कर देता हूँ यूट्यूब बंद करके। चल रहा है वो, फिर चल लेते उधर चल लेते। ये वाला कर लेंगे क्या? ये कर लेते हैं चलो। सेकंड ट्रायल क्या होता है? नहीं नहीं नहीं, अच्छा नहीं हुआ नहीं हुआ नहीं हुआ। वो तो पहला करके मैं गया ही नहीं दोबारा उसके चेम्बर में भी किसी करने। अब जाके देखेंगे क्या सीन है। सेबेस्टियन का एक हो गया वो, जिसमें वो अपने वो सिखाएगा एवेडेकडाब्रा वाला। You can't voice chat with Anirudh Singh due to network error. नेटवर्क तो ठीक लग रहा है। अनिरुद्ध सिंह का नेटवर्क चला गया क्या? देखना पड़ेगा। हेलो, नेटवर्क चला गया तेरा? नहीं
Psst, over here, quietly. I am glad that you received my owl. We need to stay low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I did some investigating to find out what Harlow was up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head. I noticed him reading a letter. All I could see was that it was signed by and bore the seal of Victor Rookwood. And after you told me that Rookwood and Harlow were after you, I decided that you were the perfect person to join me in taking them down. For good. That letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer needs. It is why I followed Harlow here and why I wrote to you. I need your help to retrieve it.
Can we just go straight to the ministry? What are your reasons for going wrong?
You seem to be very determined in stopping Rookwood and Harlow. Why?
I knew men like him in Uganda. I know how bad things can get if they are not stopped. It's a long story. One I promise to share when we have more time. For now, let's do what we came to do.
I'll help you find the letter, Natty.
I'm glad to hear it. First, we must access the castle keep. I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try to be as quiet as possible. Harlow is here after all.
अच्छा, इसमें मिलेगा क्या? मैं जंगलों में देख रहा था, मेरे को लगा जंगल वंगल में कहीं आ रहा होगा।
I wonder what that does. That did it.
सही तो जा रहा हूँ, चढ़ क्यों नहीं रही दीदी? लेवियोसा करूँ इसको? हाँ, लेवियोसा। चढ़ गई।
Revelio.
भाई साहब बहुत सारी चीजें हैं तो।
I need to find a way into the gatehouse to open the gate for Natty.
मैजिक नहीं करेगी क्या ये? नहीं ये खिसक नहीं रहा डब्बा, आ गया। मैजिक वैजिक भी नहीं कर रही है। हाँ हाँ, डब्बा हल्का हल्का खिसक तो रहा है। ये तो मेरे को लग रहा है कोई बग वग है वैसे, मतलब ये कोई गेम का मैकेनिक तो नहीं लग रहा।
That looks as if it might raise the gate.
Push the gate open, don't blast it. If I find blown the pieces again, I swear it. अच्छा, फ्रीज व्रीज करना पड़ेगा क्या? इतने लेवल के कराटे कौन ले रहा है तेरा बैकग्राउंड? कह रहा हूँ इतने लेवल के कराटे कौन ले रहा है? हाँ नाक का। अच्छा उसके भी ये क्या सांस वास में दिक्कत होने लगी क्या? जुकाम रहती है सारे दिन, नाक बंद पड़ी रहती है रेसा। अरे ये नया इनके क्या है वो निकला है रे, हर किसी को ऑपरेशन ऑपरेशन बोल रहे हैं। ये अभी पाटीदार का फ़ोन आया था मेरे पास थोड़ा टाइम पहले, जो पाटीदार कहता है कि यार जुकाम होती रहती है, डॉक्टर को दिखाया, डॉक्टर कह रहा है कि सर्जरी होगी। फिर मेरे पापा को बोला, मैंने कहा पापा यार ऐसे ऐसे बात है, बोल रहे हैं कि सर्जरी होगी। तो पापा कह यार सर्जरी की ज़रूरत तो नहीं है, मतलब यूँ कराने में करा ले, पर ऐसे कोई खास नीड नहीं है कि जनरली ऐसे ठीक हो जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत वाली बात रहती नहीं है कि वो अच्छा हड्डी वड्डी का तो पता नहीं, उसके तो कोई और सीन था, मतलब सांस वास लेने में दिक्कत रहती थी, ऐसा कुछ था उसके। वो तो यहाँ तक आ रही है मेरे को। ये लगा दूँ क्या नीचे इसके? इतनी देर से नहीं आ रही थी, अभी आई थोड़ी बहुत। यार एक गेट खुल रहा है नहीं, फिर बंद हो रहा है। हाँ मैंने करा है, एक क्यों करना है? अरिस्टो मोमेंटो नहीं करना क्या? देख अपन ने ये को खोला, अरे जो को नहीं गई तू, ये खोला, ये अपन ने हाँ 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 समझा समझा। Maul.
Well done. I will be right up.
I knew you could do it. This way. I will get the door.
भाई इनका लो पूरा इंस्टेंट है, हमारे से भाई सब गियर किसको आते हैं?
That is the main keep. My guess is that we'll find Hallow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful once we get... I hear them.
Yeah, you're straight in the face.
Highwing.
know that hippogriff. Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff. Agreed? This is our chance. Go!
Lost it! There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Revelio.
I hope Natty stays out of trouble.
यार गेट में इतना बढ़िया छेद है, इसमें से नहीं घुसता यार। चलो कोई बात नहीं। और तो कौन सी लेवल की जगह है जो मिस कर गया मैं? अंदर वाले को अच्छा नीचे पड़ गया हो तो
The safest place to sneak into.
Revelio.
They come after me, they'll rest in 10 graves.
Tell us.
एंजॉय कल करना। खास तो पापा आए हुए यहाँ पे।
Natty's having an easier time of it.
You're going home in a wooden box! Levioso!
Pay for that! Protect her!
Alohomora.
स्टीम पे सेल वेल आई हुई है लगता है कोई 2-3 गेमों के मैसेज आ गए तो आपने विश लिस्ट पे कर रखे हैं वो।
We need to save you from these barbarians.
अरे एक सेकंड, ये कहाँ गया मेरा थैला, कहाँ गया रे? आ जाओ बना आ जाओ। और अरे क्यों कर दिया? आ जाओ आप भी आ जाओ। आप भी आ जाओ। चलने दो। क्या कह रहा है? जोर से बोल, आवाज ही नहीं आ रही। नहीं ये तो मेरा नया स्टेशन खोला है, वहाँ थोड़ा कर्मचारी चाहिए मेरे को ट्रेन में ऑपरेट करने के हिसाब से। अच्छा तो वो मिलवाया ही नहीं मैंने मेरे स्टेशन वालों अभी लोगों से, स्टेशन मास्टर वगैरह थोड़ी मिलवाया अभी तेरे को। रुक एक मिनट, फटाफट मिशन करके पहले मिलवा के लाऊंगा। सीन आएगा, फाड़ रहा भाई तू तो। अच्छा कट सीन तो ठीक है, डूएबल। बदेगा कोई ओपी बॉस हो सारा। यहाँ तो क्या नीचे कूदना पड़ेगा क्या? यहाँ तो क्या चढ़ने की जगह दिख नहीं थी मेरे को। लग रहा है यहाँ कुछ मिस कर गया मैं, इधर को सीढ़ी वीडी होगी बाहर। अच्छा ये थी ना इतनी बड़ी सीढ़ी।
Highwing, it's all right. There we go. There you are. Come on. A lot more. Hurry.
ओहो दिवाली बना रहे तो पूरी। लेवल तो है भाई हाई विंग का।
There's the Hogwarts Express. Must be returning.
और ट्रेन जा रही है, एक मिनट में डब्बा चेक कर लूं। कुकू ये अपने वो नया जंक्शन खोला ना मैंने, वही जा रही है। अच्छा हेल्थ भी है क्या इसकी?
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle. This is amazing. It's incredible, isn't it? exciting.
Oh, it was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Harlow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us. He won't forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Harlow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Harlow to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it. Now, tell me, where did you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff. Of course she does. Poppy will be relieved to know that Highwing's safe. I came to the right person for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
वो तो मेरा घोड़ा लेके उड़ गई। घोड़ा लेके ही उड़ गई वो तो, एक काला वाला तो सेटिंग तो मैंने कराई है, लेके उड़ गई। और ये मेरा बाबू तो चल रहा है, उड़ ही नहीं रहा है, तो जमीन पे चल रहा है।
I have learned of a wizard who is being harassed by Harlow. He may be able
तो
to
कब उड़ेगा? कूदा दूंगा, खाई में कूदा दूं।
We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
When you have a moment, please stop by the room of requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
अच्छा, कूदने वाला बटन दबाने पे चलता है।
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
R2 फ्लाइट स्पीड, अच्छा R2 से फ्लाइट स्पीड है। चलना तो भाई साहब, चलना तो फुल स्पीड। पानी के एकदम क्लोज ले जाके डुबकी लगवाऊंगा इसे। रुक, चील आ रही है भाई साहब। अच्छा, अभी लैंड होने में बीकेसी करता होगा। देखें यहाँ मैदान में लैंड हो जाए तो। माहौल माहौल माहौल। और देखें क्या आया क्वेस्ट में नया। ये कौन सा क्वेस्ट है? बैक ऑन पाथ, प्रोफेसर फिग इज इन द मैप चेम्बर। आई शुड स्पीक टू हिम अबाउट द रिसेंट इवेंट्स। चलो भाई साहब, मैप चेम्बर, सीक्रेट रूम्स, मैप चेम्बर, टीपी।
You would be wise not to underestimate this student. Their aptitude for magic is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been teaching a long time.
It is a joy to have such a student.
It can be. There you are.
I received your owl. I was able to speak with Lodgok, the goblin I mentioned before.
What did you learn?
He and Ranrock were close once, but they had a falling out.
You believe he can be trusted?
I believe he's trustworthy, yes. He seems sincere, and Serona Ryan trusts him.
Very well. Supposing he can be trusted, will he help us get to Ranrock?
I've retrieved a stolen helm that he hopes to return to Ranrock in order to regain his confidence.
You have been busy. Let's hope your efforts result in our learning something about Ranrock's plans.
Lord God did mention the Ranrock is searching for something, but he couldn't say what. Perhaps that helm will yield some answers.
Ranrock is searching for something? I feared as much. I've heard an unusual amount of activity, goblins and wizards, I surmise, when visiting my portrait in my castle.
line select करने वगैरह था.
Rookwood Castle?
My former residence, yes. That castle is also the location
अपने तो पहले
of
भी
your
सीख लेंगे,
next
दूसरी
trial.
बार का मौका नहीं देंगे उसको. I have some bad news, but you didn't see anything.
You didn't see anything? Speak with anyone?
I did not. In fact, I did not make myself known. I only recently returned there and did not recognize nor trust anyone that I heard. I stayed out of sight so as not to tempt my portrait's destruction.
I'm sorry to tell you that Victor Rookwood, evidently your descendant, is a dark wizard in league with Ranrock.
My descendant? A dark wizard? I'm afraid we've no time to waste. Despite the obstacles that clearly await you, you must get to Rookwood Castle immediately. Not only is it the location of the next trial, it is home to a source of power that would be devastating in the wrong hands. I do wish we had the luxury of time. However, I do not doubt your abilities. Find my portrait there as soon as you can.
Very well, sir. I'm on my way.
Best of luck.
No time to waste. I'll meet you at Rookwood Castle.
खुलता ही नहीं है गेट, तो भाई सीढ़ी क्यों बनाई है? फालतू लुढ़कता गया मैं इधर. Lost child, ये किसका भाई? Nettie has learned of a wizard in Lower Oxford who is being harassed by Theophilus Harlow. Rockwood's right hand man. I should meet her there to investigate. ये साइड मिशन क्या रफ्तार में बढ़ते हैं? अभी मैंने सारे खत्म करे थे. हाँ, एक साथ 5-5 6 आते हैं. इस वाले का पूरा कंप्लीट. अच्छा, स्पीड रन वाले तो बहुत बिकेसी करते हैं भाई. वो तो कहीं से टेलीपोर्ट हो आके ख़त्म कर देते हैं गेम. अरे यार, एक आइटम मिला, उसको आइडेंटिफाई करना पड़ेगा मुझे अनफॉर्चुनेटली रूम ऑफ रिक्वायरमेंट में जाके. इच्छा तो नहीं थी. चले जाते हैं, चलो कोई बात नहीं यार. अरे ये सामने गेट कहाँ जा रहा है? ये गेट कहाँ जा रहा है? कौन सी जगह है ये? ओह, जंगल. ओह, चलो मिलवा देते हैं. सबसे पहले तो ये अपने ये रॉकस्टार से मिल लो. ये बाला साहब है ये. इनको खिलाओ पिलाओ तो ये बाल देते हैं अपने. देखे भी देख थोड़ा. चलो बाला साहब को बाद में खिलाएंगे पिलाएंगे. कहाँ गए अपने? रोपसा कहाँ गए? रोपसा ये रहे अपने रोपसा। रोपसा ट्रेन आती तो गेट वेट संभालते रोपसा, ठीक है। रोपसा गेट वेट संभालते हैं। अरे अपने बाला साहब को बता ही दिया तेरे को मैंने। अरे यार ये कौन जा रहा है? ये कौन जा रहा है सामने? अरे ये क्या है? ये है अपने दीन सिंह जी। दीन सिंह जी स्टेशन मास्टर है यहाँ के। दीन सिंह जी को थोड़ी रोटी डाल दे हुए। लो दीन सिंह जी खाओ। देख रहा खुशी देख रहा दीन सिंह जी के, क्या बात है। लो अब इनके छोरा लेके आया हूँ, इनके एक छोटा छोरा लेके आया हूँ। छोड़ू कैसे इसको? बैग में भरा था मैंने। ये रे लेट्स गो। आ जाओ आ जाओ, आप भी आ जाओ, आप भी आ जाओ। चल सारी लेडीज लिए आया क्या मैं ये? अरे यार दीन सिंह जी लेडीज निकले क्या ये? किसका साइन होता है? लेडीज का होता है कि जेंट्स का होता है? मुझे साइन ही भूल गई। ये तो शायद मेल साइन होता है। हाँ उल्टा समझ याद आ गया मुझे। मेल है भाई, सारे जेंट्स हैं। बाला साहब गलत लिया है मैं। कोई बात नहीं, दो को बेच करना पड़ेगा। मूव टू इन्वेंटरी। इसको भी मूव टू इन्वेंटरी। कहाँ गया हमारा नया? ये दीन सिंह जी के नए छोरे का नाम क्या रखना है? नहीं इसका तो सूझ नहीं रहा नाम। चलो बाद में नाम रखेंगे, अभी इसको खाने पीने देता हूँ। ये भी कुछ देता होगा इसे, देखें क्या देता है ये। आ रहा छोटू बाल बवा। बाला साहब के बाल बा देते हैं, दीन सिंह जी के भी बाल बा देते हैं। अच्छा एक बार बाल देने के बाद 24 मिनट तक बाल नहीं देते भाई साहब। 24 मिनट तो बहुत ज़्यादा है। नटखट हो रहे दीन सिंह जी तो।
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
अरे नेता के लिए मैं गियर तो आइडेंटिफाई करना भूल गया। दीन सिंह की देख के आ गए खाली। एक मिनट कहाँ पर है अपना?
Would like to talk with you when you have a moment.
नहीं अभी तक तो बढ़िया मिल रहा है मेरे को। इंक्रीज डैमेज विद पेट्रिफिकस टोटलस, बढ़िया लग रहा है यार। इसको इक्विप करो। 200 रुपये का अलग है, वो तो पहला मिला है मेरे को 200 रुपये का। नहीं और भी है। अच्छा ये लेजेंडरी है इसलिए 200 के हैं ये 51 डैमेज है इसका भी, इसका 52 है। ज़्यादा अंतर तो नहीं है, एक का ही अंतर है। प्रोटेक्ट इस पे क्या है? डिक्रीज डैमेज टेकन फ्रॉम डार्क विजर्ड। है मेरे को तो ऐसा ध्यान था कि खाली बस स्टार्टिंग में कॉमन रूम का फ़र्क है। हाँ वैसे मतलब सही तरीका तो वही हो कि अलग अलग चलाओ। हाँ मतलब वैसे देखा जाए तो ये थोड़े स्लिदरिन वाले थोड़े मतलब हरामी होते हैं ना। मेल्फॉय सारे हरामी स्लिदरिन के थे। मेल्फॉय क्या मतलब ये अपने वो था ये अपने वोल्डेमॉर्ट सब इधर के ही थे। नाग शक्ति के नागेश नाग शक्ति। अरे यही नाम है, हंस कह रहा भाई, यही नाम है नागेश नाग शक्ति।
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
हाँ नागेश नाग शक्ति, हिंदी में पूरा नाम इसका ये है।
I can't agree, and I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
किसका? ग्रिफिंडोर का गौरव गरुड़द्वार।
What were you and Ominous speaking about?
He's been ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret
भाई ये तो फिर भी ढंग के है। बाकी जो दो है वो हफलपफ और वो उनका तो चील घात और मेहनत कश।
I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium
मेहनत कश पे तो क्रॉस है मेरा। I'm curious about dark art are dangerous नहीं, हम तो curious है, सिखाओ।
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is personal to him.
माहौल आ जाए। You don't have to tell me, you can tell me. I have spoken out of turn. Ominous's family is personal to him.
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do keep this between us. Ominous learned dark magic from his parents. Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
What does the Cruciatus curse do?
It's known as the torture curse. Crucio.
अच्छा ये क्या Crucio?
Intense, excruciating pain on the victim. Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't forgiven himself.
He had no choice. He should have known better. He had no choice. बड़े लग रहा है।
Poor Ominous, he was only a child. He shouldn't blame himself.
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me.
एक मिनट रुक, तेरी आवाज इतनी कम आ रही है, मेरे को आवाज तेज करने दे तेरी।
About the scriptorium. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon enough.
बोल तो कुछ।
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
थोड़ी सी और तेज करनी पड़ेगी। हेलो। हाँ अभी ठीक है। हाँ 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 अरे मैंने एक दो बार बीच में भी किसी कर दी भाई, समझ जाते हैं लोग बहुत भारी। मेरे को लगा कि क्या ही होगा ज़्यादा ज़्यादा। तो ये ओमिनस नहीं है, ओमिनस के साथ मैंने कुछ सिलेक्ट किया था, वो भाई सनक क्या हो तो। हाँ 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 हाँ, वही 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 वाला, वही उसी टाइम अंडरक्रॉफ्ट वाला। अंडरक्रॉफ्ट से बाहर आया मैं, जो बाहर आके वो पूछता कि तुम यहाँ यहाँ से कैसे निकले हो। हाँ मैंने तो झूठ बोला, मैंने कहा क्या बताया, झूठ बोलते तो भाई साहब जो सन का है वो। अरे मैंने कहा यार बना कोई बात नहीं आगे से ध्यान रखेंगे, अभी तो छोड़ चलो। अच्छा ये तो को पता नहीं है कि ये वाला जो स्टैचू रहता है ना, जहाँ पे भी हाथ में बॉल पकड़ा हुआ, इस पे लेवियोसा कर तो बॉल जैसे हवा में उठती है तो फील्ड गाइड का पेज निकलता है। हाँ ये बहुत जगह पे है, तो फील्ड गाइड के लिए करना पड़ता है ये। नहीं लेवियोसा करो, लेवियोसा करती है बॉल हवा में जाती है और अंदर से पेज निकल आता है। एक ये है, एक और है फिर तो तेरे को शीशा भी नहीं पता होगा, एक शीशा रहता है इसमें। वो ल्यूमोस ल्यूमोस हाँ। मेरे को तो ये देख, ये जो मिला है ना, इसमें भी कोई बीकेसी लग रही है, अभी तक समझ नहीं आई, लेकिन ये ताला सा बना हुआ है, इसमें भी कुछ ना कुछ होता तो होगा। हाँ अच्छा वो स्लॉट वो उसमें डालने वाले, ओ हो समझा समझा। वो कॉमन रूम के बाहर एक डब्बा सा रखा हुआ है, उसमें 9 पता नहीं 8 स्लॉट डालने हैं। यार वो सेबेस्टियन तो खाली बात करके चला गया, मेरे को लगा कुछ काम की बात करेगा। हाँ मेरे को लगा सिखाएगा विखाएगा, वो तो खाली बता के रवाना। मून मून हाँ मेरे तो वो पहले वाले ढूंढने में मेरे को तो क्या था, मतलब वो ऐसे स्टेल्थ वाला मिशन मेरे को थोड़ा कम पसंद में आता है। धीरे धीरे बीकेसी करते रहो, मैंने तो कहा कोई बात नहीं, लेवल 1 ही सिखा दे। कह रहा यार मून ढूंढने वाली बीकेसी लगी मेरे को तो। पहले रात करो, फिर वहाँ छुप के जाओ, और मून मिल गया, मजाक मजाक में मून मिल गया। मिल गया मेरे को तो ऐसे मजाक मजाक में, ये रहा मून। योर गियर स्लॉट्स आर फुल। अरे यार कोई बात नहीं, बेच के आता हूँ कुछ, पहले रात कर लो यार, रास्ता नहीं मिलेगा। वेस्टर्न का मिशन भी आगे रात करती। ये चेस्ट कहाँ पे है भाई, मेरे को तो दिखी नहीं कोई चेस्ट। अच्छा ये वो गियर स्लॉट फुल है मेरा। एक मिनट को वापस दिन कर ले मैं। गेम मैंने शायद चलाया था 2 बजे के करीब, 1:30 बजे या 2 बजे चलाया था। कोई नहीं था डिस्कॉर्ड में भाई। मैं 11:30-12 बजे के करीब देखा, कोई दिखा नहीं डिस्कॉर्ड पे, तो मैं सो गया। फिर अब अपने इतनी जल्दी सोते नहीं है, नींद नहीं आ रही, तो भाई साहब हल्की सी नैप ले लूँ आके 1:30 बजे से उठा, फिर देखा डिस्कॉर्ड कोई नहीं है। तो मैंने कहा फिर ये खेल लेते हैं। अब क्या स्ट्रीम का दिन में मेरे को टाइम मिल नहीं रहा, तो मैंने कहा रात को करो स्ट्रीम, एक बार मेन मिशन करें। वैसे ही देखनी अपने को ही होती है दिन में करो चाहे रात को करो। जो फिर न्यू करके कर ली, जैसे स्ट्रीम चालू करी तो ये आ गया अपने शर्मा, स्ट्रीम चालू कर दिया, राम राम। मैंने कहा यार तू दिखा तो नहीं मेरे को, जो क्या जस्ट आधे घंटे पहले बंद किया है। या तो फिर वो वैसे ही खेल रहा होगा बिना डिस्कॉर्ड के। हाँ वो आरविक के साथ खेल रहा होगा। दुकान थी ना यहाँ, कहाँ गई दुकान? यही थी क्या? कौन आ रहा है? अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा। घड़े के बगल में बैठ जा भाई। अरे अच्छा इसको नहीं बेचेंगे, इसको नहीं बेचेंगे, ये बेच दो। क्या बेच रहा भाई? कुछ स्टाइलिश चीज बेच रहा है क्या तुम? वो ऐसे ही इतने गियर मिल जाते हैं कि यहाँ नहीं, जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ती। और ऐसा कोई ढंग का रखता भी नहीं है, को बढ़िया वोल्डोमोट टाइप कपड़े वपड़े रखे तो आवे भी आदमी। हाँ ये बढ़िया है, ये माथा बच्ची नहीं है, ले लेके घूमो, रहा कौन खरीदेगा कपड़ा। ये तो बढ़िया बात है। ओनली वेंडर्स के नहीं जाना, अपने जाना है। कहाँ है वो? स्पोर्टिंग नीड, चलो इसकी जाना है।
Shop asking about rumours of a broom upgrade. Without the information you provided, my work would have taken twice as long. Thank you again. It may sound ambitious, but I've already begun work on another upgrade, more difficult to perfect than the last. I wonder, would you be interested in joining forces again? There's another course near Irondale that Miss Reyes has mastered. If you were to test this first upgrade there, it may help me as I develop the next. Oh, you'll consider it, won't you?
what can you tell me about the next course?
It's just a jaunt from here, south of Hogsmeade. Beautiful mountain views. The course was designed to test flyer stamina. Some of your classmates mentioned they were headed there, eager to see what Imelda has in store. A bit surprising, considering many of them expressed reticence at the idea of racing against us all. I hope that won't deter you, and you'll give the course a go. At least think of it.
Sounds as if you're really outdoing yourself. If I'm able to help, I will.
Thank you. I know this
अपना है रेडगियर का एस्ट्रो है क्या है ये रॉकस्टार है जो भी है जो करण के पास नहीं 800 वाला नहीं है दूसरा 800 वाला टूट टूटा गया कॉलेज में जो था ना वो था 800 वाला वो तो टूट टूटा गया अच्छा ये भी किसी करनी थी क्या ये जो है अभी जिससे बोल रहा हूँ ये तो वही है 800 वाला ही है पीसी पे जो लगा रखा है ना वो दूसरा है इसका तो मैंने पूरा ऑपरेशन कर रखा है ये तो लीक कर सक रहा है इसका चलता है लीक करना बिल्लियाँ बहुत घूम रही है नहीं इधर यार कैसी नहीं कि बिल्ली मैंने तो देखी नहीं आज से पहले उड़ने का ऑप्शन आ गया क्या बच्चे हाँ फोकट ही ऐड करो और पहले क्या लोग इसमें बिल्ली को उड़ा रहे थे वो कर्ज सीख के तब इन्होंने बिल्ली पे प्रोटेक्शन अलग लगाई है कि बिल्ली को कर्ज दोगे तो वो हो जाता है रिफ्लेक्ट हो जाता है आप पे एकदम नहीं रहा कोई अभी तक तो हाल फिलहाल तो कोई भी नहीं आया जब से डाउनलोड करा है हाँ वही मेरे को लग रहा है अभी मेरे को बागों को दिखा तो नहीं यार इसका तो ये डीएलसी निकाल दे मैं कोई बढ़िया सी मज़ा आ जाए अब वो अपग्रेड लगाया था ना मैंने कहा मैं चला के देख ले मैं कैसा है झाड़ू का भी आनंद तो है यार ये ना इसमें बग है ये वो कि ये पीला वाला ख़त्म नहीं होता ना हाँ अभी अभी देखिए इतनी देर से मैं चलाता और वो कमी नहीं हो रहा था जबकि अपग्रेड से खाली ये बढ़ता है अभी बीच में अटक गया था ये बढ़िया चल रहा था बहुत देर तक झाड़ू स्टेबल तो हो गई यार पहले ना ऐसे से बहुत हिलती थी अपग्रेड से थोड़ी सी मतलब अरे यार यू कैन नॉट एंटर वाइल माउंटेड यार ये मेरे कम समझ में आई कहीं की जगह पे मैंने बीकेसी करी हुई नहीं है हाँ बता यार हॉगवर्ट्स में 2 मिनट में आदमी दो उड़ा उड़ी कर ले हाँ ये मेरे को पिछली बार मैं से ना बहुत पोलाइटली बात कर रहा था इसने जो बीकेसी करी अब मैं आज सोच के आया हूँ कि इसके एसएससी करूँगा
And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Let's go, not now. Strong competition. रुक जा, इसकी खिल्ली तोड़ाऊं.
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. It makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. Do I care? No. I say I'm the best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
I'm ready.
Finally, a decent challenge.
बहुत बकवास करती है भाई, दिमाग खराब कर देती है.
I'd say that was acceptable. Brilliant.
अरे वो फिर मेरे झाड़ू नहीं संभलती रे, ये रिंग मिस हो जाती है, पेनल्टी अलग लग जाती है. इसीलिए तो मैं खुद ये मेरे पास जो स्पीड है नॉर्मल अपनी वाली स्पीड भी नहीं दे रहा. अच्छा, ये क्या ये हवा जो पास से निकल रही है भी फील हो रही है क्या रिमोट में? वाह यार. अच्छा, पीएफ करना है यार, अभी पीसी में कहाँ लोगों. मेरी दीदी जा रही है, दीदी को बाय कर दूं. हाँ, फर्स्ट वाले में गया था मैं. ये तो अभी थोड़ा ट्रैक इतना वो नहीं है.
I'd say that was acceptable. Did anyone else see?
2 सेकंड का ही फायदा हुआ है, बच ही गए.
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes.
हाँ, यू अलग ही बोल रही है.
Anyway,
टांगे
you
तोड़ूंगा
didn't
इसकी
do
तो.
abysmally. I can't deny
एक
that.
बार अवार्ड का डावरा सीख के आ जाऊँ. एवेटा का स्टे करूँगा मैं, अवार्ड का डावरा आने दे इसको. अभी देख इसको दागे दाग सकती पावर दिखाऊंगा. Who's been put out by your talent? ये पूछ लेते हैं चलो. अरे कोई पुट आउट हुआ, एसटीसी करा है, इतनी पूछ रहे.
Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start.
एक मिनट इसको थोड़ा सा फ्लेक्सिंग करके दिखा दूँ. हाँ बेटे, ये देखो, ये देख रहे हो,
Another successful flight.
ये देख रहे हो, एक मिनट देखो देखो, तो सामने ठूंक के लगा देता हूँ थोड़े. ये देखो. अच्छा, झाड़ू पे उड़ जाओगे अभी भी. ये देख रहे हो. रुक, मैं घोड़े के डूंगे दिखाऊं इसको थोड़े. इसको मुंह के बदलाम दे. रुक, टांगे नहीं मारता क्या पीछे से? दुलत्ती नहीं मारता क्या? चलो कोई बात नहीं, फ्लेक्सिंग हो गई, अब निकल लेते हैं इधर से। कहाँ से कूदा मैं इसको? यहाँ से कूदेंगे। बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, मैं भी ये मिशन की पाबंदी कर रहा हूँ। चलो पीस, बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
From your latest vlog. I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Eindel course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Mr. Woods and I do make a good team.